and welcome back to Dr. C2000. Are you tired of staring at that boring old microphone? Well, I've got something that'll make it a heck of a lot better. Hello everyone, this is the Doctor, and right now we're going to be doing something very special. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to make something in Minecraft, which is like I'm going to make something in Minecraft. I'm going to make a town in Minecraft, and what guest speakers can do now is they can add things to the town, is they can comment things in the town, say, hey, doctor, add this, and I can interact with people and make a small little community, make a school, build a hospital, do anything you guys want me to do. And also, when I look at the comments, I can say, you guys can say, hey, build this next week, or hey, build that next week, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building my own house, and if you guys want to come on the show, don't hesitate to comment that you want to be on or that you want me to build something. So, right now, while I'm building, I want to talk to you guys, and I'm going to build my house, and the first thing I'm going to build is a house. Now, what I want to talk about is something very important. What I want to talk about is basically what I want to talk about is the recent stuff that has been going on in our society over the past couple of days, and even today, which is Friday, May 18th, 2018. Which is the school shooting. And I know this is something that you don't want to hear, and this is something that I've already covered, but here's the thing. I believe in myself and every other one when I say this, that enough is enough. It's time to end it, because I'm getting sick of it, you guys are getting sick of it, and I think everyone is just plain and tired getting sick of it as well. Because how long is it going to be until this kind of nonsense reaches our front doorstep? How long is it going to take until something really messed up and something really bad happens? I don't know. I don't have a definite answer for you. But what I can tell you is that it needs to end, and we need to do something about it. And it's going to come up on the screen. What I want to do is I want to do a thing where we have, at my school, we have like an open mic night, or go to the auditorium during lunch and express how we feel, say how we feel about things, go up on stage and just talk, just rant, instead of it being, oh, poor baby, go to the council, go to the counselor's office and just like, oh, poor baby, let them hold your hand. I mean, our counselors are willing to help, I'll tell them that. But, maybe you want to tell it to the ones that actually to the ones that actually care, that the ones that are actually needing to hear this stuff. Because until we do something and until we say something, to me, it's never going to get done. And to me, that kind of scares me to the point where I don't know what to do anymore. So, in the description below, there's going to be a petition to have that, to express the freedom, to get everything, to get our freedom back, to get the students' freedom back. No more will we have to fight and surrender to our own. We can actually express ourselves, because to be really honest, a lot of good standing behind blue tape, standing on blue tape did, and holding hands with everybody did. I understand that everybody was just trying to be supportive, and everybody was just trying to, honor those who'd lost their lives in Parkland and in Texas. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, they're still dead. Do we want more? Do we want more citizens to pass it, Look at just what happened a few days ago in Dixon, Illinois, which is an hour and 38 minutes away. A school shooting happened. to me, that's just downright insane. How something like that could happen. That's just downright insane. That's crazy. You know? Here is like a normal bunch of people that never did anything wrong in their life, and then all of a sudden this kind of bullshit happens. You know, where are the parents? Where are the parents on this? You know? Have they tried to do anything to make it to where we're safe? Have they expressed their how come I haven't heard a parent express their outrage toward the school, you know, or ask the schools what are they doing to protect their children? You know? How come I haven't heard any parents say anything? I don't know why, but you know what? I feel that we need to bring it back, you know? I feel that we need to let the students express their opinion to the adults and to say, you know what? I've had just about enough. This is how I'm feeling, and this is, you know, I want to let my fellow students know. I want to let my friends know this is how I'm feeling, and I'm sick of just being left out and not being heard. Because what's the point of expressing yourself when no one can hear you, you know? And this all kind of comes back to when I got up on stage and I talked, everybody was listening. Everybody heard what I had to say. So, you know, I want to try and get out to you, speak my freedom. Because as an American citizen, I have freedom of speech. But at my school, I don't feel like I'm allowed to speak my mind. Because some of the stuff I say, you know, it's, to them, they don't want to talk about it because I might offend someone. Well, sorry that I might offend someone, but at least I'm trying to ask, you know, hey, what happens if some gun-toting maniac comes into the school and goes fucking apeshit? When's the last time we've had a drill? I have asked a lot of my friends, when's the last time we've had a drill, and none of them can remember. You know, I'm not just talking about a fire drill or a tornado drill. I'm talking about a code red lockdown drill, you know? When's the last time we've had one of those? I don't know when, and I'd at least like to say, you know, I'd at least like to know if we're prepared to handle that kind of thing, you know? Again, I bring up Dixon, Indiana, or not Dixon, Indiana, Dixon, Illinois. I don't know if they were ready or if they even knew that, you know, I don't know if anyone was hurt or if anyone was injured. I just know it happened. And then to add, you know, to the fact of the matter that, again, in Texas, another school shooting happened. You know? What's going on? What's going on with all this nonsense? You know? What I don't understand is how could they have how could something this tragic happen to society? You know, is this going to become a monthly thing? Is this going to become a daily occurrence in our lives where kids will be subjected to this kind of bullshit? How can we stop it? How can we end it? Please someone tell me. Please someone comment down in the video below to tell me how we can stop the violence. Because, like, again, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the violence. I'm sick of the hate. I'm sick of the bullshit. You know? What is my school doing to protect me? What are schools doing to protect the students of today's society? I have no idea. I'd love to know. Please, someone tell me. Please, someone inform me that my school is doing their job to protect me. Please. I'd love to know. Because I don't know if is our school going to be safe if something like that were to happen? I don't know. Will it ever happen? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Nobody knows. You know? Are kids nowadays going to have to live in fear that something like that might happen to them? Is that just going to be the honest to goodness scariness of the fact that could someday happen? I'd at least hope not. You know, I miss the days when people weren't afraid to go outside. People would let their kids stay out as late as they want, and they could go and do whatever. You know, I I don't know what to do anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, again, there's a petition below in the description, and I just ask that you go down into the description and click on it. You know, to help let today's generation express themselves. You know, because I don't feel that we can be expressing ourselves freely because, you know, we wanted to demonstrate how badly we felt about, you know, the Parkland and the California, you know, all that stuff. But we weren't allowed to go out and protest because of safety reasons. And I mean, I know that's all well and good, but you know, again, how many times are we going to see this happen? How many times is this going to be an occurrence for people? You know, I would be willing to go out if I knew that going outside and protesting, which again is a freedom of my right as an American citizen. If I knew that protesting would help, I'd go out and do it. I would still go out and do it. If I could, I'd start a speech at my lunch table during my lunch and say, you know what? It's time to express my freedom. It's time to express my right. You know? I don't feel as if I have that right anymore due to what our school's doing. You know? I don't know how we can fix it, and I don't know how we can solve it, but I just ask, you know, that you help support it. Send it to your friends. Send it to your teacher. You know, send it to anyone. Because to me, I think that it needs to end. The violence, the hate, the stupidity, it just needs to end. Because what's going to happen is that when nothing will get done, everything will be in ruins. And who are we going to have? You know, what's going to happen? It's just going to be a total shit show. And by all means, I don't want that to happen. I want to live in a world where I can walk down the street and be safe and be happy and be knowing of the fact that I'm a safe American citizen. Not have to worry about a fight breaking out or have to worry about some nut job coming into my school and doing that type of shit. You know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to make you guys understand that this is a pressing matter, that this is something that we need to actually start speaking out about. Because if we don't, then we lose. We lose that sense of safety. Because we're not going to get anything done by standing behind tape and you know, if you want to honor those, then by all means, I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I am saying that is a good thing. I'm saying honor the heck out of those people. You know, honor them. But what I'm saying is we need to do more so that way we don't have to keep doing it. So that way we don't have to stand behind the tape for 5 minutes to honor the 80 that were shot, you know, in some school shooting far off in the distant future. I want to protect the lives. I want to protect those that are alive today that go to our schools and not have to worry or even think about something like that. Something that crazy. You know, enough is enough. I want my safety and I want my sense of security and I'm willing to do anything it takes. You know, if the schools need to add more security measures, then fine. Then that's what I'm going to say. But what I want to know is what is it we need to do to start making that a reality? It's, again, enough is enough. I'm sick of the hate, I'm sick of the violence, and I'm sick of the bullshit. And I mean, look at me. Look what I've done. I've probably done more than half of the people that do anything combined. My friend told me I did more shit. I actually got up and I actually stood what I believed in. My dream is to live in a world that's happy and safe. A world that when I'm married, I can bring my kids up in. A world that when I walk down the street and if I want to sit in the park and read a book, I can have that freedom to sit in the park and read a book without fear of getting mugged, robbed, shot, or killed. But I don't feel that right now because of what the hell is happening in our current society today. I've lost that fact. I've lost the fact of thinking, hey, maybe I could go out today. Maybe I could go out and ride my bike. But someone might come and get me. Someone, might, I don't even know what, and I don't even want to think about it. But again, I ask and I support it when I say that we need to bring back the freedom. We need to bring back the freedom of the students. Because isn't it the students who are the ones who are attending the school? Isn't it the students that risk their lives by coming out every day, out of their safe homes, and hoping that they get to make it to the bus, or getting that A on that test, or passing the grade, or making the final, or getting into a good college and into a good life? How can you make a good life when you've got that fear on you? When you know that something horrible could happen at any moment. I don't want to be living in that world at all. I just don't. So, I hope that you will support me by signing that petition below. My hope is to get to 50 signatures, and I feel that if we can work together at it, then I feel that we can accomplish anything. I feel that we can make that dream become a reality to where we can stand up in the auditorium during our lunch period and speak our minds without having to be told, instead of having to be heard, we need to get back to the topic at hand. You know what? I feel that my topic outranks what the topic we're discussing right now is. I've been told, sometimes I talk too much, and some of the time, a lot of people agree with what I have to say. Because I'm the one that makes I'm the one that brings out the challenge. I'm the one that wants to challenge people to say, you know what? What I want to know, some people actually said, what does he have to say? And I kind of got that from when you guys were cheering me on and making it, apparent that, hey, maybe they will listen. Maybe the administration was wrong because they said that no one would listen to me. Maybe I do have a point and an argument to be had. Maybe it's time to start challenging the way we think of society today as a norm. Who says society has to be the way it is today? Why can't we challenge, ask questions, make some noise, change the way things are today? Why do we have to abide by today's rules? Why do we have to do that? Why can't we, instead of being apart, why can't we come together? Why do we have to hate? Why do we have to destroy when we can create? Why can we never come together as a society and be a functional unit? Why do we have to hate? Why do we have to kill? or murder or gold dig? Why do we have to do these hateful, horrible things? Because we can? Because we want to? I don't believe it. I don't believe that we're that hateful of a society to where we murder and we gold dig and we lie to one another. I feel that if a community wants to work, we need to be honest, open, and well-receiving, no matter how bad it is. Because again, enough is enough. Hashtag enough is enough. I'm willing to make the change to better my community. Are you? Are you willing to make that change? And, when all's said and done, again, I just ask that you go down into the description below and look at that petition and sign it and share it with your friends. Because I can't do it alone. I need your help to say it's time to stand up for what we believe in. It's time to stand up for our God-given right, for our freedom. Our forefathers and their forefathers fought for our freedom. It's time that we fight for ours. It's time for us to stand up as one nation and say, enough is enough. Because like hell, am I going to give up that easily? I'll tell you one thing, bucko, I ain't. I ain't giving up that easily. I'm going to fight even after. I'm going to fight for my freedom. I'm going to gain my damned freedom. Are you willing to make that decision? Are you willing to make that choice? Are you willing to fight for your freedom? For the ones, so that way in the future, you can fight for so that way your loved ones can have the freedom they deserve, that they have. Because I know I will fight for their freedom as well. I'll fight for anyone's freedom, whether you're African American, Mexican, Chinese, Muslim, anything. I'll fight for your freedom. I'll fight it so that way you have the equal opportunity and the equal right to do whatever you please. Because this is America, the land of opportunity and the land of fairness, the land of equal everything, because that's what our forefathers wanted, not this bullshit that we have now, where people are judged by the color of their skin or their race or what the hell they do. That's bullshit. And if you judge people because of their race or ethnicity or whatever, then you're a dumbass. Then you're a little pissant if you're going to go up and judge someone just because they act a little differently. But if you're one of those people that believe that we are the bad race and want to kill us, then I'm sorry that there's no help for you, because you're risking my life. I understand freedom of religion, freedom of everything, but when you basically say I'm the bad guy and I must die, that kind of crosses the line. That's where I see it cross. I don't understand how people I don't understand why people make it so hard. I don't understand why it is so hard for people to understand. Hey, maybe if we get along, we can work shit out. Maybe if we get along, we can work on this together. I don't know. And again, I hope in the future we can do something to change it to where everybody can be equal. And as I move on to another thing, I just want to say thank you to my supporters and my 61 subscribers, because you guys give me the strength I have every day to say, you know what? I have the right to speak. When I speak my freedoms, I know someone will care. I know some people will like this video and comment in will leave a comment and not be hateful or rude. You know, like most of the stupid bullshit people pull today. You know, if we can have that kind of peacefulness online, then I feel that it wouldn't be too hard to make the step to a peaceful future. You know, to have a peaceful beginning. Because if we can do that, then it wouldn't be too hard to bring peace for anyone. You know, to have equality for all. You know, as in the Pledge of Allegiance, liberty and justice for all. But you know, as it stands today, no one has liberty and no one has justice. Because people are still treated unfairly, and that needs to end. You know? Who cares if you're gay? Who cares if you're straight? Who cares if you're lesbian? You know? You're a human being with ideas, and we need you. You know? So some people may not like it just because you do things a little differently. As long as it's not some, you know, insane thing to where you want to harm another person, then fine. You know? I have never ever met someone who is part of the LGBT community that ever wanted an intent to harm me. I've never met that person. I don't understand why everybody hates it. Is it just because of some religious thing? Is that only it? I ask you guys to give me one good damn reason why that kind of shit shouldn't be allowed, and it can't be religious. And if you can't think of it, then what you need to do is you need to apologize. If you ever said anything, if you've ever said like that kind of a stupid bullshit remark, then you need to go apologize to them. Because if you're gonna stare at me stone-faced and say, yeah, I don't like the LGBT, you know, if you're gonna stare at me and say that without giving me a damn shred of evidence, then boy, you don't have a fucking argument to make. You know? I'm completely for it. Because I don't have a problem with it, because I've never met that kind of... I've never been in that situation to where I've met someone like that who, you know, who hates me. You know, or not hates me just because I'm different. I don't hate them because they're different. You know? Unless you've done something to me to which has upset me to the point to pass my breaking point, then I'll hate you. And I don't judge. Like, again, I don't judge. I don't see race. I don't see sex. I don't see anything. What I see is I see a person. I see ideas. I see genuine inspiration. You know? Let's work together instead of apart. You know? Maybe we need to bury the hatchet with maybe the people that are kept fighting over some dumb thing need to just bury the hatchet and say, you know what? This ain't gonna get us nowhere. Let's stop fighting. Because what's the point in losing both sides? You know, how many lives is it gonna take for them to realize, you know, hey, maybe this isn't a bad idea, or maybe this is a bad idea and we could try to work on a truce, you know? Try to work on something. You know, even so we have different ideas, that doesn't mean we can't work on an agreement. What do you think what do you think like us coming over from Britain to America, you know? What do you think that was? That was like basically the king got so fed up, he just said, you know what? Fine. You guys can have your damn freedom. Because the Americans were willing to fight. You know? They were willing to do whatever it takes. And I feel that the Constitution should be changed. Because back then, shit was different. We didn't have this kind of technology back then. They didn't have the kind of technology we do today. They didn't have computers the size... You know, they didn't have computers at all back then. I mean, I think they had like some kind of technological thing, like a calculator maybe. maybe an abacus, but other than that, not a lot of technology. So maybe we should change the Constitution to fit today's needs. Put that shit to a vote instead of bitching and moaning about the Russia bullshit. You know what? He's elected. This is the man that is the leader of the free world, as is, until I think it was like unless he gets impeached or until his years are up, or unless he gets elected. I don't know how it works. I'm not that really good with presidential kind of stuff. Let's put this shit to a vote. Should some of the constitutional rules be changed? I'm down for that, because maybe it worked. Anyone comment down below and tell me that you've actually read the entire Constitution and that you would never ever change it. Again, I mean, it might be different to today's shit changes. So I'm all down for changing the Constitution. And as far as guns and things like that, what we need to start doing, and this is for the adults that are listening, you guys need to keep your shit secure. You guys need to go into your closet or wherever the hell you keep your weapon, and you need to fucking lock that shit down. Buy 2 safes. One for the gun itself, and one for the bullets. Or keep out of reach of children. What the fuck do Tide Pods say? Keep out of reach of children. Is it that hard to keep us, to keep children away from guns? I would at least hope not. Because one, that is the fucking problem with these school shootings. It's some kid that got into mommy and daddy's cabinet and fucking stole the thing. That's the fucking problem. Sit down with little Billy and ask him if he's feeling alright. Don't fucking ignore him. Ask little Tommy how's he feeling, Ask him if he needs help. Because that's what the problem is. These kids who aren't getting help, or who aren't saying what they, who aren't expressing themselves, feel that they're trapped and that they're alone, and that their only solution is to make some big fucking show. Is to scare the living shit out of everyone. That's what they think. That's what's got them all spooked. Because they feel that they're trapped. They feel that they can't do anything anymore. And that's ridiculous. We need to start saying, hey, you can express yourself and you won't be discouraged. You won't be bullied. Express yourself to pieces. Express yourself to the point where you can't you ran out of stuff to express yourself about. That's what needs to start happening. We need to start expressing ourselves more. We don't need to be afraid anymore of expressing ourselves. If I want to come into school and wear a cowboy hat and walk around with a skull cane, because it was like my costume last year for Halloween, then I should have the right to express myself like that. If I want to wear sunglasses in a building, then fine. If I want to wear a shirt that has like a funny little saying on it, again, that could be interpreted many different ways, we should have the freedom to express ourselves, not be scared because it's not the norm. That's stupid. That's stupid. We need to be smarter than this, people. We need to express the creativity of others. We need to talk with our friends, not belittle them. We need to have decent, humanized conversations like the Socratic seminars, Instead of it being to where something the teacher is forcing us to do, have a decent conversation, for Christ's sake. It wouldn't and shouldn't be that hard. We need to express, emote, talk it out. Because if we don't talk it out, we're just hiding it and repressing it. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Because otherwise you're going to lose it. And, you know, it's time to be free. It's time to screw the social norm and, do the things that you want to do. If you want to paint a picture of a flower pot, then go right ahead. If you want to put a puzzle together during your lunch period, then go right ahead. Don't let people deny you the chance to be yourself. If you want to sing as loud as you want on the bus, then go right ahead. I'll be right there with you singing along. If you want to sing your heart out when you walk the track and gym, go right ahead, because I'll be singing with you. If you want to play a video game during your lunch period, or if you want to sit and relax during your lunch period and watch a funny Vine video, then go ahead. You have that freedom. That's the freedom we need to express. It shouldn't be that these adults manipulate our lives and that they're the controlling factor just because they've done it all. I give my respect to adults no matter what. But when they start to treat us like little shits, even though I know how to fucking do a lot more shit than they do, then we've got a fucking problem. Because I'm sick of being disrespected by teachers and by staff that think they're better than me just because they're making a paycheck and they're making a shit ton of money. I don't like to be disrespected. I hate being disrespected by adults because I respect the hell out of them, and yet I still get disrespected. I don't know why. I don't know how or if we can change it. But there must be something, at least if anything, we can do. Because what's the point of coming to a building to where you're constantly disrespected by adults and you can't do nothing to say it? You can't say it, otherwise you're the one that ends up getting in trouble. It's time for dramatic change. It's time for things to stop being the way they are now, and it's time for change. Because again, it needs to happen. It needs to. Because if it doesn't, then we're screwed as a society and we're screwed as a culture. Because what chance do we have of making it if we can't even do it today? If we don't have that freedom, if we don't have that stability in our world, in our life today, I, as much as the next guy, would love to have that freedom. If I was from another country and I didn't get to experience that freedom to say and do as if I please, then you know what? I'd be fucking thanking my lucky stars that I would be in a country like that, because that'd be pretty dang neat. That's just in my opinion. I don't know if others feel that way, but I can tell you it would feel pretty darn neat. It just needs to change, because if it doesn't, then we're screwed. Then nothing will ever get done. And if nothing ever gets done, then, well, I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry, boys and girls. There's nothing I can do. It just needs to change. It just needs to change, and that's the only way that it's going to be fixed. And I wish that there was a way to change it all and to make it better, but I don't know how. But like I said again, go down into the description below and help out and make change and say enough is enough. It's time to stand up for one another. We need to make that change. We need to help out and make our freedom. We need to bring back our freedom. That's all I can say for now, because I've kind of ran out of stuff to say. Because right now I've been talking for about, almost 39 going on 40 minutes. But I know you guys listen because I've talked for a hell of a lot longer. And my phone, the thing I'm recording this on, almost just died. But let me just add this final painting. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you guys leave in the comment on what you guys want me to build next, or at least add to the town, because if you do, then that would be pretty neat. And like I said again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, again, oh, and here's like the tour. Like, this is the bathroom, this is the bedroom, the big TV, and then there will be more stuff added, like a basement and a fully furnished dinette downstairs. Is kind of like the ground level for everything, and then, you know, nice screen walkway. And I hope you guys enjoyed building it, or not building it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do it while I sucked. And, you know, hey, let me know, is this better than the boring old microphone? But, you know, again, oops, sorry. You know, this has been Dr. C2000, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And again, spread that word, spread that Google form, help bring change. Hashtag Chacha for change. Bring back that change. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.